How do my eyebrows look? Do they look okay?
Yeah.
Any teeth? Anything in my teeth? No.
Got a bunch of hair.
Oh, hey,
coming out
we're
of your
live.
nose.
Whoops. Hey, everybody. Just kidding. Well, welcome. Hey, we're back. For those of you who haven't seen us in quite a while, it seems like it's been ages since we've been able to do a show, but it's been a couple of weeks anyway, so. But we are back, and we're ready to record another stellar episode of Video Marketing Madness. And hopefully you guys are ready for it, because today we're going to be talking about something quite exciting, which is YouTube for local business. And I figured it was important for me to do that, since that's kind of the main reason I've missed the last couple of episodes, is because I've actually been traveling around meeting with some local clients and doing some hopefully
air conditioning fixed.
And getting my air conditioning fixed. And yeah.
Did they ever fix that?
For the fifth time, yes. And fifth time in a brand new house.
It's a new house.
It is. My wife said, "Call them back, tell them to replace the whole thing." I said, "Well, I don't think they'll just do that. You know, they'll probably fix it many times before they'll."
Are they still hassling you about the covenants?
No, I haven't heard from them in a little while. I think I've scared them away. When I told them I had a lawyer, they stopped, and I haven't heard from them since. So there we go. It's all good now. However, I did receive word while I was, this is ironic, while I was out in Salt Lake City and traveling to Idaho to meet with some clients, my wife was in California with her mother and my daughter and my niece that they picked up, who lives in southern Utah. And I get a message during the day while we were at some meetings, and I didn't see it until later, and I picked it up. I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" It's from my wife, and I'm like, "Oh, I better call her back." Well, apparently we're about to be, or we are, or may soon be, or might be owners of a whole bunch of land in southern Utah. So, not sure exactly what that means yet, but we'll learn.
Oh, okay.
So apparently we own a bunch of acreage out there now. So.
How did that happen?
Oh, and Steve, we've lost your audio completely.
Oh, no. Seriously?
So now's the time where I can say anything I want about Steve, because he cannot say anything back. So for those of you who are watching us live, by the way, wondering why we're rambling on like mad people here, this is the beginnings of our radio show. So we're actually doing the recording live on Facebook. So we come on here, we chat a little bit, and then we do the official recording after a few minutes. And right now, Steve will be attempting to fix his audio, which I don't think I did anything. Did I shut him off?
1, 2.
Let's see.
1, 2.
Steve, go ahead and talk for me.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Okay, so you are coming through. So something here on my end apparently is killing your audio.
Oh.
I can see your audio. I can't hear it. So I think the people at home can probably hear you. I just can't hear you. And I'm not sure why that would be.
Hold on.
Give me 1 second here while we try to figure this out. Because you were fine a minute ago, and then you vanished. Let's switch you over to the speakers here. How about now? No. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, it's going out on the feed.
Okay,
you
no,
can hear me now?
I think it might be my headphones. Go ahead, try now. There we go. Now it's all working again.
How are you? Okay.
And so, yeah, I had no sound at all coming from you, and now all of a sudden it's working again. So there we go.
My head is huge.
Your head is huge.
Huge.
So for the three people who were listening at the beginning who have now vanished, we're about to start the show, and we're going to talk about local marketing for YouTube. So it should be an exciting show now that we can hear everything that's going on. So,
okay,
Steve, are you ready?
I am ready, Ray.
Excellent. Then let me make sure that our song is ready here, because we don't want to.
He's ready.
Our song is ready and queued up. So here we go. And in 5, 4, 3, 2. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about local marketing. What? Wait, what? I can hear you. I can hear you. Let's try that again, Steve. Trying to be funny, but I can hear you in the recording. That's naughty. Naughty Steve. Okay, let's try that again, because I goofed it up anyway. In 3, 2, 1. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to talk about YouTube for local business. And today's episode is made possible by a new webinar that will be rolling out this Monday at 7 p.m. that you'll all want to definitely join us for because it is going to be quite exciting. It is how to get $1,000 plus clients using YouTube. And you can join the webinar and register right now by heading on over to raisebonuses.com/audit. And on the webinar, we're going to show you how I do YouTube audits that help me to get $1,000 plus clients. And by $1,000 plus clients, some of those, by the way, are $15,000 plus a month clients. So that's definitely 1,000 plus. But for the YouTube stuff that we audit on and pick them up for, usually that's $800 here and then money each month, or $1,000 or $1,500. But these are things that we do for clients that are paying $10,000, sometimes $15,000 a month for marketing services. So it's very important and something you'll definitely want to attend. Again, it's this Monday at 7 p.m., but you'll want to register early by jumping on over to raisebonuses.com/audit. And with that, Steve, are we ready to get this thing rolling?
Yes. Hit the music array.
All right. Well, here it comes, our beautiful music bit.
He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the video guy, yeah, Ray the video guy.
And it is the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray the video guy, and I'm the sidekick, Steve Sleeper. Hey, we need your help over at our Facebook page, Video Marketing Madness. If you haven't liked it, do so.
We need lots of help there.
Well, yeah, hit the following button and hit see first. So go to following and then hit that and then see first, because we need to get more views over there.
Yeah, we certainly do. We need all the love on Facebook that we can get at any time. And of course, not just Facebook, but we want you to head on over to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review, and then of course, listen each and every week, and then, send us money for doing it, because
money,
we like money.
We like money.
We like money. We should do Patreon. Everybody does Patreon now.
You think we should?
Maybe we should see if people give us money for this crap.
Yeah, I got a podcast where we get like $30 a month from patrons, so it's kind of cool. Yeah,
that is pretty good. Exciting news this week, Steve.
What's that?
I am now a level 7 Google contributor. Now, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
Yeah, I am
level 7.
What does that mean?
Well, according to Google, it means you get something. I've never gotten anything from them. I don't know what it means, but it does mean that when I leave a review, it means more than somebody who just opened up a new account. So that's helpful when I review clients and review local businesses. But level 7, baby, heading on to level 8.
You are hip beyond belief.
That's right. Someday, I don't know what that will do for me, but maybe it'll do something for me someday. But I am a contributor.
You just never know.
That's right.
You just never know. Yeah. It could help you someday.
It could. They say they give like tools to you first, and they list all these these things that they'll do for you if you at the higher you go in these levels. And I've never gotten one dang thing from them, other than I have reached over 1 million views of my reviews. So that's pretty interesting.
Have you ever done any ad share thing with them?
As far as
the ad share revenue,
no, a lot of people do that. I've never done that, and I'll tell you why. Most of the things that I do are not entertainment, and they're not going to get millions of views. So it's just not even worth the aggravation of putting ads on my stuff. So I don't typically do that. Now, if I ever start my special video show with one Jeff Cooper, and some of you may know who that is, that will probably be sponsored with ads, unless, of course, the ad companies ban us from running their ads because of the insanity. Yeah. But that is one that could get lots and lots of views from insane people and regular people too, and maybe we'll make some money with ads on that, but we'll see how that goes if he ever can stay out of jail and can get a computer.
Yeah, that would be good. Stay out of jail, get a computer. Those are my goals in life.
There's a
I've
bunch of
got a
people.
computer.
Bunch of people watching this right now or listening to this on the podcast going, who the heck is Jeff Cooper and what are they talking about? For those of you who don't know, Jeff Cooper is a guy on Facebook that I met on Facebook who believes in all sorts of crazy conspiracy theories, and he argues with me and calls me an idiot all the time for not believing them. And so I told him we needed to start a show. And for about a year, we've been going back and forth on doing this show, but yeah, it never seems to happen. Hopefully it will at some point.
And just because we don't believe conspiracy theory, I mean, we're idiots, but not because we don't believe.
That's right. We are idiots for many other reasons than that.
Yes. Hey, you know, one guy that's doing good on YouTube,
Alex Jones.
His name, yeah, not anymore. Bob Wells. He does cheap RV living, and he does a series of videos.
I know Bob, actually. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Do you? Do you
actually know Bob?
He interviews people in RV parks and shows their trailers and campers and stuff like that. And he gets the AdSense revenue, and he sells a lot of Amazon stuff. Good dude, too.
No, that's great. Yeah, he actually called me when he was first thinking about doing that to kind of find out some information about different things. And we talked a few times. So I'm glad to see he's doing well. I haven't talked to him in a while. So, Bob, if you're watching, Bob, reach out. Love to hear how you're doing. So
he's doing okay.
Excellent. That's really good to hear. All right. So speaking of doing well, let's talk a little bit about YouTube for local businesses, because that's why we're all here, is to learn this stuff. Whether you're Bob or whether you're a guy at home or you're a conspiracy theorist, this will help you in a variety of different ways if you want to start making money with local businesses using YouTube. Now, for those of you who know me, you know that I've been dealing with a lot of very high-end clients lately. I've been doing a lot of traveling because of this, and it's all based off of YouTube, and we've been doing a lot of great work. Now, this is going to sound strange, Steve, but I'm going to say it anyway. And we've probably said this before, but I truly believe this is a different level when I say this now. Now is the time when people, businesses, they seem to be getting this whole YouTube thing. They seem to be getting this whole video and video advertising and video marketing stuff now. And I've been saying it for years that it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. But I think this finally is the time where people are really starting to get it, because now when we talk to people, they're coming to us about video marketing. When we go to them, they're very excited about it. They know they need to do it. They're starting to really understand it, and they're starting to spend money on it. Whereas before, I think they kind of knew, okay, I need to do video. I need to start getting into video, but they didn't want to put their money into it yet. They didn't quite understand it enough or trust it enough quite yet to really put money into it. But now I think they realize that, okay, this is very much like television. You know, you got to put some money into it. You got to put some time and effort into it. And we've started to see a lot more businesses jumping on board with this, which is really, really exciting. And for those of you who don't know, many of the clients that I deal with are lawyers. Now, we have roofers and realtors and a few other business types and things like that. But lawyers are the ones where we're putting a lot of our energy and really focusing on lately. And those guys are the ones who get it. So one little tip for you. If you're trying to get into the video marketing business, lawyers are a really good way to start. And the reason for that is everyone says, oh, it's because they got money. Well, you know what? A big plumbing house has a lot of money too. Well, I won't say a car dealership because they might fit in with the lawyers a little bit. But there's a lot of businesses that have a lot of money. Roofers make good money when they do their things right. But the difference is lawyers have been doing video or TV commercials for a long, long time. They understand the power of that medium. And the thing is, when it comes to things like YouTube advertising, it's not always about getting somebody that calls you on the phone right now as they're watching the ad. You know, we deal with a lot of personal injury lawyers. Well, the only person who's going to pick up a phone when they see a TV ad or pick up a phone when they see a YouTube ad is somebody who was just in an accident that day. You know, they're not going to call and be prepared for, oh, I might get into an accident next week, so let me call this number. You know, it's going to be somebody who got into an accident and now needs a lawyer and picks up the phone. And obviously you can't target for that. Now, sure, you can look at statistics and go, well, you know, people aged 22 to 38 are more likely to get into car crashes. So you can do some of that kind of stuff. But guess what? Most of the time, you're going to be playing your TV commercial or your YouTube ad in front of people that don't need your services right now. However, at some point in time, they might, and you need to be top of line. That's why you see, you know, a lot of catchphrases when it comes to the phone lines, like, call the 8 line, 888-888-8888, that things like that, because they want you to remember when you're in a car crash, now is the time to dial that number. So they want to have that in your head. And the way they do that is by putting it all over the TV, all over the YouTube ads, running, Facebook ads and things like that, because they know that most people are not going to need them today, but at some point they will. And you want to be at top of the mind when those things come about. And so that's what you need to think about when you're doing YouTube marketing for local businesses, that many times, you're dealing with businesses where people do not need them every day all the time. Now, if you're doing a restaurant, people can go there any day. You can convince people to go to a restaurant. If you're talking about a supermarket, people are going to go every single week. They're going to go to the supermarket at some point in time. Get them to come to your supermarket. But when it comes to plumbing, they're only going to call you when they need a plumber. When it comes to, finishing your basement, it's only going to be relevant when you decide you want to finish your basement. A car crash, you're not going to call a lawyer until you've been in a car crash and you don't know when that's going to be. So the idea with a lot of video marketing and local marketing is to get top of mind awareness when you're doing these push campaigns, when you're pushing content out to the world. Most of the time you're talking to people who may not need you at that moment, but may some point in the future need you. Now, the other half is, of course, businesses where they do need you now, or they could need you today. And again, that's the supermarkets. You've got your restaurants. You've got your gas stations, whatever it happens to be, where people could use it at any time, any day. There doesn't have to be a certain set of circumstances before it happens. So what are you going to do with video marketing? How do you make sure that businesses use video marketing effectively? Well, there's a number of different things you can do. One, of course, is to make sure that their videos are well optimized so people can find them when they need them. So this is, of course, getting into your videos and making sure that your channel is properly optimized, that you've got a channel banner at the top, the channel art at the top of the YouTube channel. Make sure that you claim your listing when you can. Now, they've recently changed the rules. You're not going to be able to get your custom URL just because you want one. You now have to go through some hoops. You've got to get a certain number of subscribers first and have people watch a certain number of videos before you can, get that type of stuff. But if you get started now, you can start to build to be able to get that in the future. But you definitely need your channel art. You definitely want to have a good title. You definitely want to have a good about section with a lot of information. You want to set up all your links back to your website and your social media. You want to make sure that your email is put in there. You want to make sure that you connect your channel to your website so that you can send links back directly once you're able to do things like YouTube cards. You want to make sure that your videos are all optimized, that they have good long descriptions, that they have the link at the top somewhere, the phone number at the top so that people can make a phone call. And if you haven't noticed lately, YouTube's made some changes to the page one, the way the page one looks. Nowadays, you get videos on quite a bit more page ones than you used to. You get those 3 banners, or actually, I say the 3 banner videos, the little ribbon, but there's actually more because you can actually click a little button and, slide show through, and there's more than 3, but 3 are going to show up on page 1. This is huge for a couple of things. One, it's great for advertising. It's great for getting in front of people because, quite honestly, many of the lawyers that we deal with, we're talking about on pay-per-click, $100 per click. And if you can get a video into that banner on page 1 for free, do you know how valuable that is when people are paying $100 per click for for PPC advertising? That's craziness. Even YouTube advertising, when you're getting, views for 23 cents or 10 cents or 5 cents, that's a huge savings over the mass number of, what each click is going to cost in PPC these days. So very, very important to start doing that video marketing. Get into page 1 by doing your proper titles, tags, and descriptions. Now, there's a lot of great little tricks you can do with YouTube marketing that can help you in other ways. Translating your video, not your video itself, but the descriptions and the titles into other languages is going to open you up to a bunch of people that may not speak English that are in certain areas, and it's going to help them to find you in search in those languages. So for instance, if Spanish is big in your area and you have your description and your titles translated to Spanish, well, when people are searching in Spanish, guess what's going to show up? your video as opposed to the other guy who's in English. So getting your stuff translated, it can be huge for local businesses and really help you to get more rankings, help you to get more views, and of course get more clicks and calls for those particular businesses. So highly recommend you check into doing that. Another great thing that you can do is to follow your competition. Use something like TubeBuddy that can help you to see what your competition is doing so that you can match what they're doing, do it a little bit better, and rank even better than they do. Now, one other thing that we've been doing lately that I think can be a big plus for anybody doing local marketing, right now, Google My Business is huge. That is the number one thing people want right now. It's the number one way people are finding businesses online. And you can actually use YouTube and video to boost your Google My Businesses, or at least in theory anyway. And how do we do that? Well, inside your video, as you're putting your big, long description, put a link back to the Google My Business. Make sure you get your name, address, and phone number in there so it's a citation. Do that on all of your videos. Link back to the actual Google My Business listing. Link back to some of the reviews on your Google My Business listing. This is going to help that to move up to the top. And as you know, right now, only 3 businesses get to be on page 1 for Google My Business. So if you can boost it up in any way like that, you're only going to do better for yourself or your client, and they're going to reap the benefits of that. So that's one thing you can definitely do. Another thing is driving directions. There's some free tools out there that allow you to create driving directions. Put the driving directions in the YouTube video. Put it in the description so that you've got links to these different driving directions: north, south, east, west, northwest, southwest, etc. And that's going to help you to rank the Google My Business as well. So all of these things can be a big help for boosting that as well as helping with your videos. Now, on top of that, there's also YouTube ads, which we talked about a little earlier. YouTube ads right now are the biggest thing that we're doing. We've got clients from all over the country that are jumping on board to do YouTube ads with us because we can get them clicks for so much cheaper than traditional pay-per-click. I mean, we're talking, views for 5 cents and getting 1,000 views, and out of those 1,000 views, we're getting 100 people back to the website. Well, 100 people back to the website in traditional pay-per-click advertising is going to cost thousands of dollars. 100 clicks there, you're talking $20. So it may be a little bit more, but the point being is it's much, much less expensive, and it's a great way to use content and be able to drive it. And you target these things locally. So, for instance, if you're dealing with, I'm here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I'm really not that close to Atlanta, but we'll call it Atlanta, Georgia. I can go in with a YouTube ad, and for my client, I can target just Atlanta or just the entire state of Georgia. And now when I do things like discovery ads, which discovery ads are the ones where if somebody types in, Atlanta lawyer, and an ad pops up. So the video pops up in the search as an ad. That's a discovery ad because they're discovering you by doing a search. When you do those types of advertisements, you're going to get views for probably 15 to 25 cents a piece. But that's 15 to 25 cents a piece from people that are searching for what you do at that time. So these are hyper targeted people. So it's very, very useful, and you get a lot more business out of those people than anything else. But what we typically run are a couple of different ads. So we'll run those discovery ads targeting specific keywords in a specific demographic, but then also we run in-stream ads, which is much more like traditional television. These are the pre-roll ads when you go to watch a YouTube video. And what we do there is, once again, we limit it to Atlanta or limit it to the state of Georgia, but put it on everything. So if you're watching a trailer for the next movie that's coming out next weekend, you might see our ad if you're in Georgia. If you're watching cat videos, you might see that ad if you're in Georgia. You're watching sports highlights, etc., etc. Our ads can be on anything and everything, and the idea being that we're targeting just the local people, but everybody gets to see it just like if they were watching traditional television. And this is really big because it does a couple of things. One, it's a mass amount of traffic. We're talking thousands of views in a short period of time with lots of clicks through, and it's just very, very effective. But the client only pays if the person watches most of the video. If they hit skip, you don't get charged for that. So we can see there, and when we look at the ads, you'll see those first 5 seconds are really high, and then it'll drop off. But believe it or not, typically 30 to 35% of the people watch the video to the end. That's more of your target market or somebody who walked away from their screen, one or the other. But when you get those are people that are a little bit more targeted. They're getting that top of mind awareness for that particular brand, and that can be very, very effective. And the great thing is, as you see this, you can correlate the views that you're getting through the ads with the traffic to the website. So if you're doing analytics, you can see, oh, look, our ad performed really well Thursday afternoon from 3 to 5. And look, oh, your website had more clicks Thursday afternoon, 3 to 5. And we can see these correlations across the board there. And it's very, very effective. And the clients absolutely flip out about it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they got any clients out of this, but it means people are seeing these ads. They're learning about them enough to click to the website and learn more. And hopefully they've made a few clients from doing that, which on their part, they have to track that a little bit more than we can, but we can put tracking numbers and tracking links and things like that and see that the traffic is going from people watching to the website. Now, from the website, if they make a purchase or not, that's kind of more on them. We can only bring the traffic to them, and they have to convert the traffic. But very, very effective, and another way that video marketing can really help people. Now, further on with this, you can also be doing Facebook. So putting videos on Facebook, running Facebook video ads, another way that you can get traffic for local businesses. Now, I will have to say, again, Facebook video is very inexpensive. Probably not going to convert quite as well as the YouTube, just because people aren't on Facebook searching for those types of things. They're there to do other things, and you're kind of interrupting them with this stuff. But it still can be very effective if you interrupt the right person at the right time. So definitely something you want to do. Going back to Google My Business, you can now upload videos to Google My Business. So any of the videos that you're working with on the local businesses, start putting them up into the Google My Business so people can see them there as well. Start putting them into places like Vimeo, doing YouTube Lives, doing Facebook Lives, doing Vimeo Lives, and doing, tweeting them out, doing everything that you can with these videos to get more and more attention. And if you do, well, you're going to start to get a lot more business. You're going to start to get a lot more people paying attention. And if you can do that, then you are wielding the wand of money that people will pay you for. So there you go. Steve, hit it.
No, I only put my pen up because it's the only wand I had. The wand of money. Sorry. That was really bad. I don't have any other kind of wands around here.
No, that's all right.
And then you were also talking about hit skip. And, I didn't know we were violent. Skip's a good guy.
Hit skip with the wand.
With the wand. There we go.
But the bottom line is, guys, YouTube marketing and other types of video marketing right now are absolutely huge for local businesses. They're starting to catch on, and now is the time to start hitting them up for all of these different things. And quite honestly, as much as I love YouTube and setting up YouTube channels and doing all that, which you have to do, right now the YouTube ads are huge. That is such a popular thing right now. And the great thing is it's completely barren territory right now, because up until this year, most of the videos or most of the video ads on YouTube were marketers, national businesses, Ford, Coke, Apple, things like that are spending an absolute fortune. But very rarely were you seeing local businesses using YouTube ads. And it's mostly because they don't understand them. It's a lot more work. It's a lot easier to do a pay-per-click ad than it is to do a video ad, unless you already have videos. And that's the great thing when, I talked about the lawyers. All the lawyers that we deal with, we're not shooting anything for them. They've already got TV ads that they've been running. So we're just taking those TV ads and turning them into ads on YouTube, maybe making a few modifications. But, if you've got a local businesses that don't have these types of ads, this is an opportunity to shoot video for them. In fact, if you've got the time and you've got the equipment and the wherewithal, you could even offer them, hey, we'll come out and we'll shoot for free if you spend so much in advertising. And you get to keep a percentage of that advertising and subsidize the shooting. Because really, if you've got your own equipment and you know how to shoot, there's really no cost to you other than your time. And you can definitely use that time to go out and start to run some of those ads. So that's one thing you can definitely do. And, it can make a big difference for people, and people will really enjoy that and be able to start making some extra money and doing some business.
Boy, this is as violent as I've ever heard you. You can go out and shoot. and then
That's right.
hit skip.
Hit skip. That's right. It's a violent, violent world, folks.
Violent world out there. Yeah. I'm still looking for that magic wand. I've been looking for it for a long time.
Nice.
This is good stuff, Ray.
Well,
I'll get
thank
in
you,
the show
Steve. I
notes.
appreciate it.
You're okay. You're okay. I don't care what your family says about you.
Well, they say a lot. Well, they don't say much
Yeah.
now because they're away, but they'll be back
They're
soon.
away.
So
Where are they at?
they are still traveling throughout Utah and California right now.
Oh, boy.
So
That
gives
sounds
me
like
more
fun.
time to do video ads for local businesses.
That's right. And it's the radio show about video marketing madness
Yes,
with
it
Ray
is.
the Video Guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. And I understand you've got a big-time webinar coming up Monday night.
Well, as a matter of fact, I do. This Monday at 7 p.m., you'll be able to join me in a somewhat informal webinar where we're going to talk all about how to do YouTube audits and how those YouTube audits can bring you $1,000 plus clients in the video marketing space. So we're going to go over exactly what I do to help get these large businesses to jump on board with video marketing. And it's actually not that hard to do. It doesn't take much time, but it looks very impressive. And quite honestly, it's worked every single time we've used one. So
Cool. That's very cool. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
indeed.
Yeah, I'll be sitting in on that, baby. I'm going to head over to
Excellent.
raisebonuses.com/audit and sign up.
There you go. Thank you for saving me for not saying it myself. That was good. That's why
Normally
we
I'm-
have Steve here.
Normally I'm denser than that, but I got that one. So
raisebonuses.com/audit. AUDIT.
very cool.
Yes.
Well, hit that funky music, white boy.
All right. Well, until next week, folks, we hope that you get out there and start looking at some of these local marketing opportunities with video. And we'll see you next time on Video Marketing Madness. Ooh.
He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy. His skill is where it's at, even if he's a little fat. He's filled with video expertise and has so much knowledge that you need. His YouTube ninja tricks can make your marketing so sick. He's Ray the Video Guy, yeah, Ray the Video Guy.